Hola todo el mundo. This video is very overdue. This is everything you need to know about traveling to Puerto Rico, aka La Isla de Encanto, the island of enchantment. So, Puerto Rico, where is it located? It's in the Caribbean. Some would say it's considered as North America. It is part of the Greater Antilles. I'll put a map up so you have a better understanding of what I mean. It's up top with the Caribbean islands, okay? Um, Puerto Rico is considered a state of America, which is part of the politics, but it's self governing, so it runs as its own country. However, when you are there, you will see a lot of American influence. So, going to Puerto Rico is kind of like going to America. You'd need the same paperwork. You need an S star, which is very important. If you're going to America, if you're going to Puerto Rico and you're not American, get yourself an S star well in advance. It's not a thing that you do 2 nights before type of thing. Really make sure you've got that. That was a little bit of a sidetrack. First things first is how to get there. Flights from the UK, specifically England. I'm talking about England, and I'm from London. Will cost you on the cheap end. I was very lucky to find flights for around about £600, but in looking at prices, it can go up to 2k. So you just have to travel smart and pick what is best for you and your budget. There isn't direct flights, not to my knowledge, so you're always going to stop off somewhere in America first and then you're going to go to Puerto Rico. So for me, I stopped off in Boston, and then after Boston, a few hours there, went to Puerto Rico, Boricua. That is number one. Accommodation, because it's such a tourist hotspot, you will not struggle. If you've been here before, you know I'm an Airbnb babe. So I stayed in an Airbnb, which I was very happy with. Um, Literally, there's something for everyone. If you want to be close to the beach, there's that. There's Airbnbs close to the beach. There's hotels. There's all inclusives. It's somewhere where, when it comes to accommodation, if you've got the budget for it, you can do what you want to do. Talking about budget, it's not cheap. Similar to my Barbados video, if you haven't watched that, check that out. Puerto Rico is not somewhere where it's cheap. Um, Things will cost you. Coming from the UK, there were some prices, especially like when we went to Walmart, which I was like, whoa, okay, sheer, very sheer. However, um, it's for a few days. I mean, if you're on holiday. However, there's some things which aren't too far off from UK prices. Um, Talking about prices of things, when you're getting around, let's talk about getting around. So if you drive, I would recommend renting a car. If you don't drive, which I don't drive, I was getting Ubers everywhere. Ubers are relatively cheap. So in Barbados, I had a my designated friend who is a cab driver, Fabian, taking me around. But in Puerto Rico, Ubers like that, and it's so cheap. Like the times in which you're paying like £4, which is like five 5.30 in dollars type of thing, to get certain distances, and it was super easy to get around. So Ubers are great. Um, I mean, depending on where you stay, you might be in a hotspot and you can walk certain distances, but I didn't walk everywhere. I did get my steps in though. Let me tell you. When it comes to the weather, similar to Barbados, it is tropical. When I say tropical, I mean it's sunny all year round. They do have their rainy seasons and so and so, but it is hot. It's Caribbean sun. I never have seen 70 SPF until I went to Puerto Rico and I was in Walgreen. Yeah, no, that was interesting. But yeah, it's really hot, so put your sun cream on. It don't matter what race you are, okay? um Food and drink. Puerto Rico is the home of a pina colada, so when you are out there, definitely do try them out because it's the home of the drink and they taste great out there. With regards to food, there's so much cultural food. So you have mofongo, you have tostones, there's just so many cooking methods, and you get loads of street food if you're in the right places. So definitely be outgoing with the food and try loads of different things. I wouldn't. What's my favorite thing? I'm not gonna lie. The I just like the cooking style and the freshness of things. Um, yeah. What else is there? The people. That's important. The people are very, very welcoming. I wouldn't say it's the same as Barbados because in Barbados, people would say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. In the morning, you'd say bon dia, which is like good morning or like buenos dias. I found it very interesting that people were saying stuff like bom dia, and I was like, ain't that Portuguese? But yeah, um, oh, there we go. People and language. Because it's like so with America, like so, it's a state of America considered it's been colonized by America. A majority of people speak English. However, you will come across people that don't speak English. So, habla español. Learn a little bit to get by. But otherwise, yeah, the people are very welcoming. You had people just like helping me and my friend out. Um, to get around and just giving us loads of tips, and customer service was great as well. There is a tipping culture, but it's not as mad as what I've heard about America. Just depends on where you're going. And yeah, like, I really enjoyed it. Would I go solo traveling to Puerto Rico? 100%. Like, I wouldn't even think about it. Stay in the right place and, be sensible. But yeah, I definitely would. Final thoughts about Puerto Rico. I enjoyed my time there. Um, it's somewhere which, if the opportunity arose, yes, I would visit again. And it was nice. So yeah, that's everything. If you have any questions concerning being in Puerto Rico and anything to do with the country, do just let me know in the comments below, and I'll answer it. Yeah, that was. I really enjoyed it, and I apologize that this video took so long. I'll be trying to post more on YouTube. Apart from that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Mwah.